Hi, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Mace's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money but trying to get better. So with today's video, I'm going over week 3 of my February 2026 monthly spending. So if you like this type of content, if you're just eager to watch and see how I did, please stick around. Please like the video and subscribe. But let's go ahead and get started. So here in the upper left hand corner, I have the income that I have received so far this month. I had my work income, which has not raised. I did not get anything other than my first initial monthly salary. I do get paid monthly, and then I add back in my retirement because I like to keep track of it down below, because hopefully maybe like next year I'll be able to start contributing extra to my retirement, but we'll see. Then I have my state tax refund. I will not be getting a federal refund. I owe $450. Then I have my dad sent me $75 for gas and for food for like a Valentine's Day present. He always sends me either money or flowers to go out and do something for Valentine's Day. I did not do anything for Valentine's Day because I already had plans to go over to a friend's house, but I will show you later on what I plan to do with the money. Then I found an extra $21 in my Venmo account from several months ago, I think October and November of last year, and then $70 from my household sinking fund, if you will. Alright, so now let's look at my expenses. So for week 3, I spent $1.55 on parking. I did not spend anything in my subscription, my personal, my renters and car insurance, but I did spend the $30 that I have to pay to have a security system. I know in California and I know in Texas, because my parents live in Texas, you have to pay if you have like a Ring alarm or doorbell security system. So I had to pay the $30 for that. That's the annual subscription or annual fee. Did not pay anything for my electricity, not my phone bill. In fact, my phone bill was only $72.66. Sometimes it's just a couple cents different. Alright, so for fun, I did go out this past Friday night and spent $41.53, so came below budget. Then for household, I got a huge pack of toilet paper from Costco. So just that one thing, $22. Alright, my electronics and Wi-Fi bill was $45.39. I have this as a reoccurring monthly expense, so this is always in my budget every week 3. Then for gas, as I said previously, my dad gave me $75 for gas. I already had budgeted some, but that was just enough to get me to the rest of this month. So instead, I just filled up an entire tank. So that is where $46.76 of my $75 went. Then for gifts, I didn't spend anything, but I told you all last week I spent $20.79 on my dad for his birthday, which I originally did not plan to buy him anything for his birthday because he sent me money. I was like, okay, let me give you a birthday gift. But I did not have to, but I wanted to. My parents sent me a what was it called? They send me a package every single month of just things like makeup, clothes. I know next month the package will have some press-on nails and some kitty litter for my cats, and then probably some other things as well. They always send me things like that, little goodie bags. Alright, for food out, I ate out 3 times this week and it came out to $37 even. I have spent my entire food out budget. I wonder how much money I have left for the $75. So let's do 75 minus 46.76 minus 20.79. I have $7.45 left to spend on food. I don't think that's enough to get anything, so I probably won't eat out at all next week. I think I don't get paid until Friday either, so that's fine. I have plenty of food in my freezer. Alright. Oh, sorry, we're in week 3. Did not send anything to tithing, but just to jump ahead, I have $75.76 not budgeted, so I probably will send something to tithing next week. Applied to debt, I didn't send any money to debt this week. If you see this section over here, that's for this upcoming week. I get that $37.16 deducted every single month automatically, so it just stays in my monthly budget. Alright, savings, I have not budgeted anything yet, but I do need to send the remaining of my $54 there. So I'll probably do that next week because it's already almost 9 o'clock on a Sunday. Car maintenance, I did not send anything. Do need to get my tires rotated, but I probably won't do that this month. Alright, travel, nothing. Cats, I bought them some cat food, and it's $36.69. I have $11 left to spend on them. That's probably enough for like one thing of treats. I buy in bulk a lot for the treats. Groceries, I spent $6.59. I just wanted some quick little produce. I did not get any fruit this week. I think I did last week, but I did not get any fruit this week. And I haven't had fruit in a couple of days, but I have had fruit yogurt. Okay. Alright, so for health, I did have to pick up some prescriptions for my nasal procedure that I had on Thursday. The procedure went well. I won't know if the procedure worked for several more days because I'm still healing. I have a bunch of inflammation. But then I also need to, like the biggest, easiest test is being put in an environment where there's a strong smell. And then like I'll probably have to retrain and relearn how to talk and breathe at the same time. But the quickest and easiest way to tell how well or effective my nasal procedure went is through being around strong smells. I know that there was a $15 copay for that nasal procedure. I got an alert letting me know ahead of time that'd be $15 for a copay. I had an ultrasound a week before this that was also $15, but it is not showing up on my app to pay, and they did not ask me to pay my copay, my 2 different copays, when I showed up to my appointment. I could pay because I know it's $30. I know it's going to be $30, but that's happened before where I went ahead and paid early, and then they refunded me, and then they charged me again once they finally clicked. So if I don't get the bill this week, it's going to go into my March budget, and I would just prefer for it to go in my February budget because I have the money here in February. Then, so this $79.99, that is for my monthly chiropractor subscription. It actually already came out this week, so I'm going to go ahead and just add it in. It's already taken out. There we go. Alright, for my rent, I dropped off a check for my rent on February 2nd. They did not take it out of my bank account until February 18th, but they finally took it out, and that was $14.31 for my rent. My retirement gets taken out before I even see my paycheck. And then I do not have anything owed on my credit cards in terms of like interest. My 2 oldest credit cards, or my second and third oldest credit card, which are completely paid off. I do have a single reoccurring expense on both of those cards just to keep them open, but I pay it off right after the bill comes. I don't wait until like the statement due date or the due date and just do that so that way I'm not charged any interest. Okay, so let me go ahead and adjust for gas. It should be for my budget expense $122. $8.47. I might go to a potluck at the end of this on Friday, but I don't normally include those kinds of things in my fun category. So I'm just gonna deduct it, and I just won't have any more fun for us this month. That's fine. It's the last week of the month. Then for cats, I might raise up the budget just to get some extra kitty litter on hand, since I have the extra money. So why not? Let's do that. Well, I'll probably look at how much litter costs on Amazon, and then let's see from there. That is what I will raise up that budgeted expense to be. I don't see it on a quick look, so alright, I'll just look at it later. So that'll probably be around $120 because I like to buy the litter in bulk because I have 2 cats and it's going to get used up. Groceries, I have almost $20 to spend. That's more than well, even if I have a potluck and I need to grab something real quick, probably like a pack of sodas, then I can do that with $20. Okay. Let me just lower my parking and work category. Alright, and then I still have $43.76 left over. And I think if I don't use it in my food out category, which I don't think that I will, then it's just going to go to debt. But we'll just see that on week 4. So that is it. That is the breakdown of my week 3 of spending for February. Thank you for following along. If you stay to the end of the video, hopefully I don't sound too congested. Like I said, I had my nasal procedure on Thursday. It is Sunday, but I do still have a lot of inflammation, especially in my left nostril. But if you enjoy this type of video, actually, you know what? I just realized something. So here it shows that once all my spending is said and done, so far, I have $467.84 that should still be left in my bank account. That's including, the money that I will eventually spend on debt, savings, cats, groceries, health, you name it. So that means that realistically I should have only $467.84 in my bank account. Last month, if you watched my last video, I had $5 extra than what it showed here. I had $5 extra in my bank account. Today, I checked, and I double checked, and then I triple checked, and I have $140 extra. And I don't know why. What I do month to month is I use a zero-based budget. So at the end of the month, all this income minus expenses, this actual, it equals to 0. I can show you here my January 2026 budget if you don't want to look at my older videos. I spend every single cent, every single dollar. It all equals out to have $0 as a difference left over. So that's what I did. Spent every single cent. And I have an extra 140 some odd dollars. And I don't know how I did that. I've tracked every single expense. and there's not really anything on here that equals under $40. Like this, the $137, that's my gym membership. That's already come out of my account, I think. But I have an extra $140 that I don't know how to account for. But that is just something to also keep a lookout when I do my week 4 budget. I'll probably just say like $467 or whatever is left of that, right? It's going to be the $297 plus the $43. I'll put that here for my week 4. But if you all have any idea what I could have done wrong to not account for $140 when I have everything budgeted here. I used one checking account. Yes, I have the 2 credit cards, but I only put like just one expense on each one. It's a reoccurring expense. So I was looking at this for hours, going over all the numbers, figuring out where that $140 came from. I need to see if maybe one of my payments got declined, maybe? I don't know. But if you have any ideas on what to check or how to double check my spending, which I thought I already have, but maybe I'm missing something, if you can leave that down below in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. But other than that, I think my next payday will be on Friday, so then that'll be my my next video, wrapping up my week 4 of my February 2026 spending. Thank you so much for following along. Sorry for the long rant and question at the end. I spent so long on that this morning, and then I totally forgot to even mention how I have an extra $140 in my bank account. Very odd, but yes. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.